Last week, I asked that God grass award me the energy to pass whatever message that I really want on to in the most recent embarrassment, shaking the diversion, world-stunning disclosures have arisen about the unfortunate destruction of DC youthful fly's darling spouse Jackie O. With the arrival of new subtleties encompassing her last minutes, various reports have surfaced proposing that the specialist liable for Jackie O's specialist was not even load up. Guaranteed this frightening data has sent shockwaves all through the business. As this specialist had a background marked by protests from past clients, in regards to his problematic strategies, the news has lighted a hurricane of debate with fanatics of both Jackie O and DC Youthful Fly. Communicating their shock and concern, the spotlight is presently solidly on the clinical local area, requesting answers and equity for the less than ideal loss of a treasured life. Award me the energy to pass anything that message that I want on to tell you all, so we can all have an all-out understanding. Tianzi, a definitive insider, let the cat out of the bag, uncovering that the 32-year-old performer known by her genuine name Jacqueline Smith unfortunately died in Miami. It appears to be that not long before her troublesome flight, Jackie O spilled the tea on her mystery excursion to Miami for a tempting mama makeover anyway. She immediately erased the noteworthy virtual entertainment post, leaving us considering what truly went down. A representative from BET Media gathering home to Wild and Out affirmed the sad news and communicated their profound distress over the misfortune. We should not fail to remember the charming subtleties of her own life. Yeasy Youthful Fly, the magnetic 31-year-old who encountered Jackie O back in 2015 on the MTV series that shot him to fame, offers a turbulent romantic tale and three delightful kids together, no vanilla and ruler. As fresh insight about her passing arrived at DC Youthful Fly, he was away in Atlanta shooting new episodes of Wild and Out, totally caught unaware by the sad news. As subtleties unfurl, the spotlight is currently on the plastic specialist. She was going to visit the scandalous specialist Zatrioka. Well, this specialist is no more bizarre to discussion fans have uncovered a path of claims documented against him by ladies guaranteeing their systems were bungled with police actually examining the intensity is on for Dajaroka. While the reason for Jackie's lamentable demise stays unsubstantiated, specialists have given a few chilling experiences into her last minutes. Everything began with a pain call to the Miami local group of firefighters, detailing an inert lady in her room at the lavish Homewood Suites by Hilton Miami downtown Brickell. The clock was ticking, and not long before 10 p.m., that game-changing night, the specialist showed up on the scene. They quickly shipped Jackie to Kindness Clinic. Frantically endeavoring to resurrect her, now is the right time to spill the tea on Zatri Darzak Oka, the specialist at the focal point of the tempest, encompassing Jackie O's doomed mom makeover. It has become visible that Darzak clashed with his patient Layla Penn back in July 2021. A robust claim looked for more than $30,000 after Layla wrote a searing survey on Genuine Self, blaming him for damaging her. Yet the situation starts to get interesting as Darzak guaranteed a restrictive court reports got by. In all honesty, page 6 that Layla's explanations were out-and-out misleading and slanderous anyway. It appears to be that Dr. Zach at last reconsidered his fight in court. In a surprising move, he deliberately excused the claim without bias in December 2021, successfully wiping the slate clean in a 1-2 punch of claims. He put his focus on Kayla Nierenberg in August of that very year, looking for an amount of $30,000. Dr. Zach disagreed with Kayla's blistering Google survey, where she strongly broadcasted that cheerful persistence of his basically don't exist. Kyla didn't stop there. She considered proposing that any good audits on Google were probable phony and essentially devised by the specialist's own staff or companions. Virtual entertainment clients are worked up requesting Florida specialists send off a full-scale examination concerning the specialist following the terrible demise of Jackie O, the web-based world, is humming with pessimistic audits as unsatisfied patients, and concerned residents air their complaints. Yet here's where it gets genuinely stunning. It appears to be that Jackie O herself was totally uninformed about the discussion encompassing Dubrovka. In a now scandalous post, she guiltlessly imparted an image to the specialist, the two of them grinning as she wore a clinic outfit. Much to her dismay that the man she was enthusiastically entrusting with her system had supposedly ruined one more lady in the past. It appears to be that Jackie O, very much like some other pattern cognizant mother, chose to go through a famous surgery known as a Brazilian handle lift BBL. Yet we should not fail to remember the clouded side of this tempting pattern. Numerous VIPs have displayed their upgraded bodies, motivating endless others to follow after accordingly. In spite of the disturbing dangers we're discussing, potential disappointment, blood clumps, cardiovascular entanglements, and surprisingly, the sickening chance of fat embolism, or even passing, as per the regarded leading body of American plastic medical procedure. It has been uncovered that the very specialist Jackie O, endowed with her BBL, isn't even load up, affirmed Dr. Zach. The man being referred to appears to have skirted the significant stage of finishing the expected specialty instructional classes and passing the thorough assessments directed by the load up, as murmurs of this stunning disclosure reverberation through the business questions emerge about the security and authenticity of the strategies performed by Dr. Zach, as the contention appears to twirl around Dr. Zach. He at last took to Instagram and talked about the demise of the renowned Jackie O. To all my previous momentum and planned patients, one Miami stays gave to the greatest clinical consideration. All stylish methodology are acted in a cleanly protected climate. To generally perceived clinical guidelines, I'm tirelessly dedicated to propelling procedures in the domain of plastic medical procedure, in particular my staff, and I guarantee that every patient is screened, prepared, and treated by their patient history. Before medical procedure, our central goal is to assist our patients with accomplishing the most ideal outcomes in the most secure and most restoratively suitable way that could be available. The corrective plastic and reconstructive medical procedure specialist made no notice of Jackie O's passing and debilitated remarks on his web journals. He posted the proclamation on his Instagram story, and minutes after the fact, he flaunted a Vaser Libo 360 in stomach. Fold. He commended the class disregarded by Dr. and Eminem. In the wake of ending a long quietness, DC Youthful Fly posted an Instagram subtitle about his darling spouse, who he misses a ton. I had all the time in the world to post this since I believed that it should be a fantasy so awful, yet consistently I'm helped to remember reality. So I need to ensure I extol you in the legitimate way. You are the best mother. I realize your spirit was delightful. You generally needed the best for other people, and I respected how our family cherishes each other. The staggering insight about Jackie O's passing has resounded among her committed fans, as well as all through the whole business, leaving a void that appears to be difficult to fill. The deficiency of such a dynamic and capable individual has created a shaded area over the diversion world, as her non-attendance is profoundly felt by all who are moved by her presence. Even a BET media gathering representative affirmed the disastrous passing in a post on Wild and Out's Facebook page, saying, "We are profoundly disheartened by the death of Jacqueline Smith," referred to the world as Jackie O, a skilled Wild and Out relative whose effect will be everlastingly prized. And Miss the representative said Jackie O was a caring companion and dearest partner of the Wild and Pariah, all through 5 seasons in the fallout of Wild and Out vocalist. Miss Jackie O's sad destruction. David Stafer suggested shoppers search out a load-up confirmed expert, represent considerable authority nearby, while her reason for death is yet obscure. The Truth Star had discussed getting a mama makeover not long before her end. While it's hazy what that mom makeover included, she revealed on Instagram that she had a meeting with Dar Zakharioka, who advances himself as a liposuction and Brazilian knob lift BBL expert. There is no proof of treachery, and Jackie O's demise, the clinical inspector, is researching. The authority cause of BBL is a corrective medical procedure that incorporates moving fat from different pieces of the body to the bum to give ladies a more shapely figure. As per the American culture of plastic specialists, 1 in each 3,000 people bites the dust subsequent to having a BBL, as fat exchange tasks have filled in. Prevalent specialists from assorted foundations have started to make rehearses that give them. It's really quite possibly of the most well-known plastic strategy that is finished. But at the same time, it's one of the most risky. Schaffer solely told the U.S. Sun. As per Schaffer, there is no guideline that oversees who might call themselves restorative specialists. Yet there are strategies to decide their degree of mastery in the calling anyway. He additionally added that specialists would just unveil their most prominent outcomes freely, and that the commonplace patient shouldn't put together their determinations with respect to big names.